Hello, I'm Meowski, and I'm joined by my co-host Concision. We're going to be viewing two separate races run in tandem at the same time, um, and that should be algorithmic versus close to spectacular on the right side, and I believe that is the title match for the fighter sword division of NMG League. And then on the left side we have Drunk Future Self versus G Green Cola, which is in the that's in the fighter sword. The first one was swordless. I might have said fighter sword
That's right.
earlier. Yeah.
hmm Yeah, and so the match on the right is sort of an unofficial de facto title match in that if it is essentially algorithmic's title to lose at this point, the way that it works being a round robin as opposed to a eight person Swiss, we could easily end up with a tiebreak situation. If algorithmic wins this, then it is 3-0 in his favor. He's the champion. And if he loses this, we'll have some fun tiebreaker math to do to figure it out. But that's sort of the situation on the right hand side. On the left hand side, we are in the fighter sword bracket, which is our, I guess, fourth bracket this year. And this is the O2 standings bracket or race for that division. But all of these or rather both races should be pretty like closely sort of fought. Just should be a good time.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I haven't seen much from Cola before, so they're kind of new to me at least. But I've seen, I've known DFS for a while. I've helped him with a few things. He's a really, really good hoverer, like like one of the best hoverers probably. Like crazy, like good specifically at that skill. So hopefully we see some hovers from him. That would be kind of hype. Algorithmic is newer. He mentioned he was a viewer of yours for
That's
a
right.
while. So he
hmm
said he started with he's in a runner, like a physical, like a person who runs in races,
Yep.
right?
hmm
So he was watching your channel, and then he saw NMG League, and from my understanding he thought, oh, this is so cool, this is something I like doing, but also it's combined with speed running. So he's in it for the races, and I think that's beautiful to see.
Yeah,
um
it's really neat. Yeah, he definitely sort of brings some of the philosophy that I bring to speedrunning, where it's like consistency above sort of spiking a run here and there. Sort of the pursuit of progress, as it were, I guess. It's very cool. Green Cola is someone who I would say is like
we're
a.
getting Uncle Pump from Close's side.
Oh, there we go. That is
Oh, and from
supposedly good
Cola.
luck. And from Cola. All right.
We got some memers here.
Yeah, we got some memes. All right. Cola is someone who I would say is like a Zelda variety runner. I know that he also does some things like Majora's Mask randomizer. I think he does Zooter as well. And then he was also part of the NMG mentor program, and so I know that he's been taking NMG a little bit more seriously lately, and has been seeing some gains because of that.
Oh, we're also seeing right side escape from Close. He's pulling out all the
Oh,
memes. I'm expecting bird toss.
that is closest signature move is right side escape. He's very well known for that.
Oh wow, we see a left slash from Cola, and honestly, that was like really well executed too. Got the guard like right in the door. Just like really good stuff from him. Normally we see, like, I do up slash. It doesn't lose that much time if you do it correctly, but left slash is kind of the ultimate like ultra gamer strat in Keyguard 1 there.
Hey Nash, what's up slash?
I hate you. How dare you hit me with that? Okay, no, I'm sorry. What's up slash with you? Or not much, what's up slash with you? There we go. There we go. Are you happy? Are you entertained?
Happier than ever. So We are currently in the escape segment of the speedrun. It's the tutorial for the video game. We're here now approaching Zelda's Cell on really all four screens. We can see a little bit of divergence in strategies. DFS going for 8 slash, Close going for 2 pot, Algorithm going for 2 pot, and I believe Cola going for 1 pot. So
Mhm.
a good little spread of strategies here. I think the optimal difference between the three strats is only about what, less than 2 seconds.
Something like that. Yeah, it's very, very
Yeah.
similar. Two pot loses a little bit more time. I don't know the exact numbers. I know that one pot is
Well, 1 pot is
basically
very
very close to eight
very
slash. Yeah,
close. Yeah.
basically even. If
Like if
you
you tink
have like
twice,
two
I think it's
little
even.
mistakes
Exactly. Yeah.
in eight slash, yeah.
But this segment is all about sort of like the pre-boots, no dash movement. It's all about cutting the right diagonals, pumping where you can afford to pump and not lose time. Um,
Clean door entries is also one
Clean door
thing.
entry is very important,
Way
and it
underrated among
absolutely,
like kind of newer players and people who aren't really familiar with the game. But yeah, like
yeah,
not like
and
getting a big nudge on a door loses an eternity.
it is interspersed with maybe 4 or 5 rooms of some consequence, like the various key guard rooms, ball and chains, and maybe like the key rat room. So it's this I think a really interesting mix between speed run set pieces and just general good clean movement.
Mhm. I like to think of it as the Streets 112 of Link to the Past because, to the viewer, almost all of it is just walking and, looking at the floor, right? And there are a few, like strats and interesting rooms like here and there, but most of it's just walking, and then you get an escape gold, and it like you just pop off. It's so fun.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where as you progress in your NMG career, you just sort of see the time fall off your escape, even if you don't feel like you're doing a lot better. Just to your point earlier, just the clean door entries, just the clean movement in general, just sort of adds up, and it's just fun to see that improvement over time. Number go down.
Absolutely love number go down. You know me.
I do know
I
you.
Yeah, I guess to echo your point about just like not even realizing you're doing better stuff and just having the times kind of fall. Link to the Past is a game where I find a lot of other speed games, people kind of view them as like you go in, you have to hit a certain number of tricks, and if you hit all of them, then you get a really good time. But with Link to the Past, it's a lot more like what's the word, like continuous. It's a lot more, it's less like hitting
Yeah,
this
definitely.
and this, and it's more like getting just consistently clean, quick movement, efficient movement in every room, and just kind of carrying that out, and then over time sort of making fewer mistakes, partially because it's a longer this category is a longer category. It's about an hour and a half, but also partially because just like good clean movement is very, very, very important.
Absolutely. So we've wrapped up the escape sequence. All of our runners now are going to grab the first safety in the game. This is the Sanctuary Heart. Completely optional. But it gives you a full heal leaving escape, which may or may not be relevant. And then it gives you one more heart for the rest of the entire game.
Mhm. Yeah, it's gonna make
This,
it a lot easier to not die in this split in Eastern, because at some point we're going to come across a trick where we're losing minimum a heart and a half. So if you're on 3 hearts or less, that's kind of devastating. And
yes.
also 2 splits from now in Hera, that could also be a really big reset point if you don't take Sank Heart, just because of how much uh, damage you take from RNG and
There's
just
a bomb
everywhere in the
jump.
split.
Yeah.
And bomb jump, yeah, guaranteed damage from bomb jump.
Yeah. There's, I certainly get Saint Heart. I would say that, from my understanding, the biggest sticking points are probably Hera and probably Palace of Darkness with the Helmasaur fight. You get a whole separate additional hit from Helmasaur if you have Saint Heart, as opposed to if you don't. that's quite a bit in the future.
Yeah. I dropped Sandcart for a while. My recent PB, because it was in a race, it has Sandcart. So I'm considering just keeping it that way. Even though I really like having, like, consistent sub 5 Easterns. I don't know. It's just much more comfy. And it's only 3 seconds.
Yeah, for sure. So we're now inside, all of our runners are inside Eastern Palace. This is the first sort of real dungeon in the game. It's a dungeon in the true traditional Zelda sense, where we grab the big key, we grab a fancy item from the big chest, and then we kill a boss. And then I guess notably, this is the last dungeon where we don't have boots, so we're still walking everywhere. There's no dashing, and it's probably also the dungeon where there's our first, what I would call, like, speedrun trick rooms. One of those Meowski mentioned earlier. I'll let him talk about those when they come up. That's what this dungeon is about.
Yeah, we've got, like I said before, we've got big key damage boost coming up. Basically, what you want to do is, there's a pot with a button under it that, like, spawns a chest that has the big key in it. And normally, and it's surrounded by anti-fairies, right? So normally what you have to do is kill everything in that room, and then the anti-fairies will just kind of leave. But we can do what you're seeing on Cola's side is deboost off the Popo, and then just go in, grab the pot. Uh-oh, he's gonna have to back that up. Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
He doesn't have enough health for this. Does he know he doesn't have enough health for this?
He's figuring it out. Oh my god. Oh my god.
God. Okay. That was an insane backup. Yeah.
That wasn't a backup. That was straight up jazz.
At that point, I might have just killed everything in the room, honestly, and, like, skipped,
Yes.
anti-fairy skip there, is what it's also called. He's also on one-hit KO, so this could be kind of devastating.
Yeah, he's gonna have to gain from here, for sure.
There's an extra heart in a few rooms from here. Two rooms from, I guess, one room from where he's entering right now. It's the bottom right pot. Yeah, bottom right pot. Does he know that? I hope he knows that.
I doubt he knows that. Oh, he does.
He knows that, yeah. Okay, so we're, a little bit less in shambles here. Everyone's on, I guess, around the same health, so, kind of more even playing field, but he definitely lost a lot of time there.
Yeah. I mean, he was the first person into the anti-fairy skip room, correct? And then the last one out?
So, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then in these rooms you got some, like, interesting setups for, killing everything quickly. Now we've got Armos, the first boss. You want to just, kill him really quick with arrows. There are a few different setups for this. It looks like everyone's doing the same one. I don't even think this has a name. It's just kind of the Armos quick kill. Everyone does it correctly. Cola messes it up a little bit. Oh, wow.
Oh,
okay.
But gets a really nice save.
Yeah, nice save. What you want to avoid is if you kill 5 of them and you wait too long before killing the last one, he turns red and he gets really angry, which is kind of sad to see because we don't like making people angry.
No.
Because we're polite gamers. But also he takes.
When he gets angry, he gets a full heal. So
yes,
we want to avoid that. So all of our runners out of Eastern, no deaths, thank goodness. And we are now talking to Saha, who is going to give us our Pegasus shoes. And this is where the speedrun kind of starts for real. And what I mean by that is we get to dash now, and dashing
we get
is
to
great.
spin speed.
We do get to spin speed. So we see Algo and Plos both grabbing Saha rupees. We saw DFS skipping Saha rupees, and Cola is going to grab Saha rupees. The trick here, I guess, is that we need 110 rupees when we enter Palace of Darkness, which is in, I don't know, 4 splits, more or less. We get 6 guaranteed rupees in Castle Tower. So we need to come up with 104 rupees somewhere between here and there. And so getting the 100 rupees in the back of Saha's hut essentially makes that free. DFS in the Castle Tower split will attempt to perform some tree pulls. He will pull some trees and get rupees out of it. And it's a little bit faster, but it's also risky because the tree pulls essentially get downgraded if you get hit between them. And so, then they give you less money.
And then, then there are a few layers of backups, which will be losing time if you have to go for them. So it's a bit of a gamble, but if it pays off and DFS doesn't get hit between tree poles and Castle Tower, then overall he'll be saving 6 seconds from everybody else.
Yeah, I think that the quote unquote like first backup is essentially on par with Saha rupees.
How is it?
And then I think so. I timed it recently when I switched to tree poles, and it doesn't lose much time at all. We also see that Algorithmic is picking up a bottle and the net. I believe in his PB attempts, he gets the bottle and net in the Thieves Town split, but for races, he gets early bottle. So he's also now a little bit behind close, but this is how safeties work. You essentially pay some time now, and it's like insurance against mistakes or disasters or whatever. So hopefully he never needs to cash in on the safety, but hey, it's there.
Looks like we're entering desert for everybody except Algo because he paid the extra time to get a bottle of net there. This is desert. Honestly, doesn't feel like too difficult of a split up until you get to Landmos. Then it's then you're firing on all cylinders. You have to use 100% of your brain power and try to math out which Landmos to hit and when and time everything correctly. So that's the highlight of this split. I mean, the boss fights usually are, but that especially is.
Yeah, desert. In the game as intended by the developers, it's obvious. There's a lot of long hallways, just long rooms in general. Where you're supposed to really exercise those boots that you just got. And
that makes sense from a game design perspective. I actually like that a lot.
Yeah,
just incentivize you to start doing that.
Yep. And so we get to really sort of stretch our legs here and dash a lot, which is fun. As Meowsky said, none of the rooms are especially hard or deadly until the boss. And the boss isn't deadly; it's just very difficult to do fast.
Yeah, Landmos, in my opinion, are one of, if not the most high skill ceiling fights in the game.
Yeah, I think it's up there with Aga 2.
Yeah, Aga 2. I'd put Ganon up there as well because there's some really advanced stuff you can do for kind of minimal time save. But being able to do consistently good Landmo fights and good Aga 2 fights are so hard.
Absolutely. All right. Looking at arrow counts, we have DFS and Cola, 27, 26 arrows, both in fairly good shape.
Close is a little bit low.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Close missed an arrow pot at some point inside Desert. He may opt to go for the torch arrows at the very end. We'll see.
I think that would be a good call from his end.
You only need is also pretty normal.
You only need 12 to kill Landmos, but you're going to miss some shots. Plus, you want arrows after that as well. So, yeah. You see DFS already at torches. Kind of zooming ahead, but part of it again is from the, Okay, yeah, there we go. Close gets the arrow pot.
Close grabs the arrows. Very smart. And DFS starts the Landmo fight. Cola right behind.
Alright, I'm watching DFS and Close. You watch Cola.
I'm trying.
Okay, I lost track of how many cycles
everyone's
on now. This is too much. we'll just comment on who comes out of the fight faster and who we think saves some time over the others.
There you
Yeah,
go.
again, hard fight, hard to line up those shots, and snipe those landmines. It looks like DFS finishes first, but there's a chance for Close to catch up to him a bit.
Okay.
Cola,
I
okay, Cola
believe
finishes
this
before
was a
those
sick
guys.
cycle from Cola.
Okay, I have no idea from everybody else. I guess we can watch Algo now. Already starting. He's on cycle 2.
Yep, this is cycle 2.
One of the really annoying things about this fight is when you have like a certain internalized timing for like shooting the landmine when it comes out, but that gets slowed down because of the lag on the screen when one of the landmines is dying because of the explosions. I think we're at like 5 or 6 from Algo so far.
That was 5. This is 6 right here.
Nice. You're better. You're better at counting than I am for sure.
Meanwhile, DFS performing the first instance and only instance of fake flippers that we'll see in the run. Cola as well successfully gets it. Essentially, if we can screen transition on the same frame that we jump in the water, we can trick the game into thinking we have flippers. It's pretty cool. And we use that to save like almost no time at the risk of soft locking our game. It's very fun.
Having a little bit of technical difficulties on Algo's end. It looks like, or at least I can't really see what's. Okay, there we go. We're back.
Yeah, just a little bit of lag. It looks like.
Yeah, so I think Cola like caught up a little bit to DFS in that fight. It kind of look. I mean, they're in the same room. It kind of looks like it. Hard to say though.
Yeah, I would agree.
Good from Algorithmic. He's using Baby Swim. I think that's a name coined by Twin. Basically, it makes the swimming a lot more easy and consistent, and you're basically guaranteed to not hit the Zora or hit the Fireball and soft lock the game there. Honestly,
it's
if you're
for normalizing swim movements for sure.
Absolutely. If you're like learning how to do all this, I would recommend learning Baby Swim to start out, and then learn the regular swim thing like much later.
Yeah, all runners getting fake flippers in the swim.
Oh no!
Is good to see.
Cola fell off the mountain.
Oh no!
I guess he must have gotten an accidental like diagonal input because he was kind of just sort of lined up. Yeah, now he's playing it a little bit safer because he was lined up just fine on the bottom. All he had to do was hold right, but must have gotten an accidental diagonal.
Yeah, Fox. I don't know if enough people do Baby Swim for us to have really, put it through his paces at this point. So I don't know if I would.
From what I've seen,
recommend it either. But
I haven't tested it a whole lot myself, but from what I've seen, it seems like, oh no, I'll go. Oh, he's got the fairy. Okay, it seems like you don't load the Zora, so until you start swimming up, so you just beat him every time. But I haven't like thoroughly tested it. I've mostly just kind of seen it enough to assume that that's the case.
So, auto popping the fairy here is pretty unfortunate. Because it means that no fairy for Hera, almost certainly no fairy for Agathala, and he'll need to take some time out of his overworld during the pod split to refill. So probably not what he wanted to see there. Sean, you know if Close's video is okay? No worries. DFS coming up on our first bomb jump.
Don't.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, we're doing
That's
early
not,
bomb jump?
There's no way.
Oh, we got
Oh
sick.
my god.
So normally what you do is you drop the bomb and then you do a spin setup. I guess that wasn't really technically early bomb jump, because the bomb was on the ground at that point after he threw it. But
late bomb jump.
I guess so. Yeah, that was an insane recovery. I'm really impressed with how well he was able to do that.
I'm
yeah. Okay.
surprised
So
he didn't just throw the bomb away and hover. To be honest.
I guess he could have done that.
Yeah.
I want to see more hovers from DFS. Hashtag make DFS hover again.
So he's now fighting Moldorm, which is a pretty,
Algo and Close are
tricky
synchronized
boss.
now.
Yes, they are.
I'm not really sure what happened on Close's end.
Wait
He
a
must
minute.
have. Oh no,
Something's wrong here.
Okay.
Sean, you have Algo's feed, I think, on Close's overlay.
I was about to say, like, they're doing the exact same stuff. It's crazy how sick they are.
I know. I was like, wait a minute. Close doesn't do that strat.
So it looks like. Okay, I guess that makes more sense. So it looks like Close probably ahead of Algo, unless we took a fall and bomb jump or something. A lot of places where we can mess up. Coming on Moldorm on Cola's end. This is a. Yeah, that was.
Oh no.
That was a risky dash. I try to recommend to new runners to like just not even go for the dashes until the very last Moldorm movement. Just because you risk getting frame rolled a lot, and it's, you know.
I think that it's pretty. Somebody in chat will probably correct me if I'm wrong. It's fairly safe to dash if Moldorm is not moving like cardinal left or right. It like decreases your like window for getting frame rolled by quite a bit. But yeah,
when he's going,
if he's moving just like straight left or right, you're very open for getting frame rolled.
Yeah, if he's going diagonal, it's a lot easier and more free. It's also a little bit like scary if he's bouncing off in the corner and stuff. He might like kind of bounce right into you. I don't, but I think at the very least when you're learning the fight, it's probably like I would prioritize standing back and just kind of watching his movements and being able to move around that, at first before you really start throwing in the dashes.
Speaking of, we see Algo takes a fall to Moldorm. So this is round 2 of this fight. Falling behind a bit now to... Okay, falls again.
He got chased.
Yeah, falling behind a bit now to Close. Of course, we're still quite early in the race. Anything can happen. But this is, at this point, notable, sort of time difference here. Meanwhile, DFS and Close both have their Master Swords and are heading to Castle Tower. And DFS did get hit somewhere. I did miss that. I guess it was probably the bird.
Oh, did he get green rupees on the second tree?
Yes. I guess it was the bird leaving the grove.
It probably was, yeah.
So we're going to see if he can execute the backup here. He's got to get a kill on this screen. Yeah.
I don't like getting a kill on this screen.
Oh, really?
I mean, you dash through a guard here, and you can get... And by that point, you're at, like, at least 2 kills, so you can just get, like... Not these guys! Oh, yeah. No, because you gotta hit him multiple times. But, like, so those blue guards...
He's now cut bait, and he's probably going to get Saha rupees after all.
Looks like it, yeah.
I like getting a kill on that screen that's deleted from the randomizer that we were talking about, and then getting 1 kill on the next screen, and then that does it, I believe.
Yeah, I like doing, so the bird, if you look at like Cola's screen, that bird right there, and then in the next screen, what you're supposed to do to avoid getting frame rolled by the guard is diagonal down right enough so that you kill that guard to the right there.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So
and
that's 2 kills.
And then Cola will end up, not that he's doing 2 rupees, but he'll end up dashing through another green guard, and then you just kill like a blue guard at the end or something.
So we
or
have
you know,
the
just
third kill
add
coming
another
out.
kill somewhere.
Yeah. You
And then you
could
pull
get that
tree
kill
over
right
there.
there. Yeah.
It looks like Close is caught up to DFS. Not that they're racing, but you know, pretty cool to see them both kind of in the same
Absolutely.
screen. I guess Close is kind of technically ahead because DFS still has to get Saha rupees. Hopefully he remembers.
Yes.
It's an easy thing to forget.
Yes, it is.
We didn't really go over this much because we were talking about tree rupees so much, but Agate Tower I think is a really cool and technical split just because there are a lot of differing strats in different rooms that are, you know, kind of tricky to execute but really satisfying to execute. And they differ based on if you have beams, how many arrows you want to use, etc., etc. You know, maybe if you need to get like an extra rupee or two if you were short. So very like, I guess, knowledge-based split plus a lot of button pushes as well.
Counterpoint, I think the split sucks because it's really hard.
I don't know. Hard splits are fun because you get to do cool stuff, and you know, if you mess up, you mess up. That's
very
fine.
true.
But to be fair, I might be in the minority of that. I do like Ice Palace a lot. I think that one's my favorite split, and most people kind of hate it. All right, we're coming up on the skill issue portion of the run on Close and DFS's end. We see an accidental map on DFS's part, and I will not let him live that down.
All right, chat. Everyone volunteer to track blue balls for one of the runners.
All right, you look at DFS, I'm looking at Close.
You don't.
All right, we get one for Close. 2 for Close. 1 ball, 2 ball. Another blue ball for Close. We're on pace for 15.
No. Really?
Well, we're only 3 blue balls in, but we are on pace for 15. Still on pace for 15. 4 blue balls.
2 here. Yeah, DFS gets 2.
5 blue balls in a row. We're still on pace for 15. Okay, we're not anymore.
I believe he's still got 0.
Okay. All right, 6 for Close. That's rough. That's what we call a skill issue. 7. Assuming I'm counting correctly, he's guaranteed 7 now.
Not familiar. This fight works by reflecting these energy balls back at Aghanim. And the ones that burst open into the like 6 whatever blue balls don't count towards defeating the boss, and so they're just pure time loss.
So each blue ball costs roughly 6 seconds. After 3, 7, 11, and 15, you also get an extra lightning cycle, which also costs about 6 seconds.
Cola started off with Kidlock, and then he has gotten really bad luck after that. I believe we ended up with 5 on Cola's side.
Alright, so 2 for DFS. Yeah, I guess that's kind of making up for the tree rupee fiasco. 7 for Close, 5 for Cola, and then we're going to see Algo in a second.
Yeah. Nice, comfy Dark World time.
DFS electing not to get the bombs there. I think if you're there already, you might as well just get the bombs. And then you can skip some bomb, you know, shenanigans later. Some bomb farming, I guess.
I don't know. Hard to say.
Is that Algo's first?
I believe so, but I wasn't paying a lot of attention.
Alright, so I think that's 2 for Algo.
Yeah, I believe
Gotcha.
that's 2.
Okay. Thanks, Blue. Oop, what are we gonna see? Small hop from DFS. It's a bad omen. Alright, you count blue balls, I'll look at Kiki hops.
Okay, fair enough.
Also small from closest end.
Alright, I believe that Algo is going to get out of here with 3. Yeah, okay.
Alright, 3. So that'll save him some time versus close, but, you know, as you can see, a few blue balls doesn't really matter that much in the face of, like, just, you know, skill and, like, executing well. I didn't see the Kiki hop, but I'm sure it's not going to affect Cola.
Three of our runners are in Palace of Darkness now. Algo will be there soon. This is a pretty interesting dungeon. You basically, we have the mirror, which lets us warp back to the front of a dungeon at will, and so we like grab the keys that we need in the order that we need them. We use the mirror every time to go back to the front, and ultimately we're going to go to the back. We're going to perform a pretty technical bomb jump to get the hammer from the big chest, grab one last key, and then mirror back. And then go kill the boss. But it's a pretty neat dungeon. There's like really no other dungeon where we do this. I guess like the closest is what, I don't know, Hera, where we mirror once. But it's like, you know, very much a go in, grab something, get out, go in, grab something, get out dungeon, which is very neat.
So we're coming up on EFS on closest end. We're coming up on probably the most egregious glitch allowed in no major glitches, which is hammer jump. So basically it's a bomb jump, but you also clip through the rail and just, you know, slide right on in there, grab the hammer, grab the key over there for the end of the first part of the dungeon. Oh wow, okay. Cola executing a really nice 2-bomb hammer jump where he grabbed 2 bombs at the beginning, which, you know, does make the timing a little bit tight for placing the first bomb without like having the tiles fall under you, so good job from him. I also want to point out, I saw earlier Algo was on the pyramid and he missed a spin speed, and instead of just trying and failing like 5 more spin speeds like I would do, he immediately just kind of, you know, cut his losses, started a dash, and just like finished the screen. Good awareness on his end, honestly.
Self-control. I can't even imagine.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you should be doing. DFS holding on for dear life to that wall. Honestly, really solid stuff from DFS this whole dungeon. He kind of brought it back after the rupee fiasco, and just kind of been cleaning everything up. I mean, did Mimics pretty solid, did Turtle Room pretty solid. He got kind of bad RNG on that, but he, you know, I think he did the correct play, hammering the bottom, Turtle last, although I could be wrong on that. Then we're going to go into, misreads that he got the key dash there, going into Helmasaur. Gets the spin speed, gets to do spin speed Helma, which allows you to hammer up without having it be borderline pixel perfect. Oh wow, okay. Really nice Helma. That was actually
nice
super impressive, yeah. Just played it super aggressively, you know. didn't like take any unnecessary damage. When the fireballs came, he like deboosted through a fireball to get that last hit. Really solid stuff. Good stuff from close too.
With pretty good helmet fight as well. Only takes one hit.
Algo
still seeking spin speed here? Maybe not? Yes.
I guess he doesn't do spin speed Helma.
No, okay. Just fine.
So I know a lot of people, myself included, don't start doing spin speed Helma because it's a relatively newer like method of killing Helmasaur. I don't believe it's an FMG. I think it was a little bit after their time. So it could be that he just doesn't know about it, or maybe he's just like he definitely knows about it. I guess he was in the mentor program, so
exactly.
Yeah, I remember like it took me a while to even realize that existed, and then Twin taught me that when I was starting out.
So I did notice during the hammer jump that Algo did refill his bottle, so it does have a fairy backup here for Helmasaur. He's not going to be able to use it if he wants to steal any time back from close, but something, I guess, good to keep in mind.
TFS having a little bit of trouble with that item dash there, but honestly, that screen could have gotten a lot worse. I've seen people just kind of like try to keep doing the item dash and then take like 5 hits from 3 different enemies, and it's I don't know. At some point, you got to just stop yourself, slash him away, and then continue the thing. Tries to go for Yarok Fairy there.
Spin speed helmet attempt here from Algo. Does not get the first attempt at the spin speed. We'll see when he tries to throw the other ones.
It looks like he probably got it. Yeah. Hasn't taken any damage yet, so I think he'll be fine here. Nice stuff.
Two missed hammers, but they didn't cost him any time beyond that. Close finds the flute on the first dig. Always a good sign.
We're gonna see Usain Bolt skip on Drunk Future Self's end. There we go, nice. That red guard, really fast. We call him Usain Bolt because he'll just get you. You try to get away from him and he just catches up to you and just keeps hitting you, which is why we need spin speed here so we can get past him and not have to deal with him. If he hits you, it's it's not good. Oh, looks like
oh, Cola not going for the spin speed. Interesting.
I mean, I guess he deals with them pretty well, so solid strat nonetheless. Okay, looks like Cole is gonna go for.
Oh, he's getting late bottles. Okay.
Late bottles, yeah. And Close is going to get some powder here, so that's his safety.
I believe Close and Algo will both get powder.
Okay.
Cola, I believe, is part of the crop of runners who are doing single bottle but no powder.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I know Lectanzi does that, and he's pretty adamant about trying to be able to get a sub 90 with that.
Yeah, Lectanzi and Bitey, I think, are probably the ones spearheading that movement the most.
Interesting.
I can definitely see the merit behind it. So quite a bit of spread between our runners at this point. DFS working his way to the big key in Thieves Town. Thieves Town is a pretty interesting dungeon because I guess it's like the one dungeon where we have this little like mini quests that we have to do. I can't think of another one that's this blatant. But we have to go up to the attic and bomb the floor before we can rescue the quote-unquote maiden, quote-unquote, who's actually blind the whole time.
What a twist. I was running this game one time, and some of my friends came in, and they were asking me like what the deal is with the girl, and I was like, oh, just you wait, you know. And they were kind of surprised when she turned out to be a red fire monster thing. So
Nice
you know,
Hellway from DFS.
it is
Hellway is
can definitely be a
room where you
twist.
can lose a few seconds.
I think the interesting thing about the start of Thieves Town is because you don't see Link under the kind of the bridges on screen transitions, I find there's a lot of hidden time loss from doing really late dashes because you don't realize that Link is able to go.
Yep.
So I've tried recently. I've been trying to optimize by like looking for when the other sprites start moving, and that's like the earliest that I can move.
Yeah, you can dash as soon as any enemy starts to move. They all start on the frame that you get control. Notably, algorithmic doing Blink 182 shopping or Long Thieves Town, I guess. Called Blink 182 shopping because you flute to 1, flute to 8, flute to 2 to do all the things. The idea here briefly is that all this overworld shopping is marginally dangerous, and then if you can cap it off with going to get powder. If you talk to the like potion salesperson at the witch's hut, they'll give you a free sample of the red potion, which heals you, and so you can like reset any damage you took during this shopping extravaganza. Pretend it never happens. But it does mean that it is going to look like Close is a good bit further ahead than he actually is for quite a while. I believe Close does Long Swamp. So we won't have a good read on the Algo Close race until about, I would say, entering Swamp Palace.
Yeah, that'll be another, say like 20-ish minutes from now. No, probably a little bit more than that, like 25-ish minutes maybe. Kind of hard to say. But we will probably be able to see, you know, a few time saves, time losses. Good blind script from DFS, by the way.
Yeah, DFS with a really nice blind script. Cola taking a death in the prison, which is not where you want to die. I don't know when he picks up his fairy. I guess Skull Woods?
Probably wanted, either in Skull Woods or probably wanted to pick up a fairy in the prison. Maybe that's why he died.
Well, I would probably pick up the fairy on the way back from the attic. That one's really easy, even if it takes like, 1.8 seconds or something. It just always runs right into your way.
Oh, yeah. Hello, LSD blind on Close's end? Or whatever this is? I think this is LSD blind.
It sure is.
This looks like a bizarre variant of it. Okay, messes up the blind script a little bit, but you know what? I don't care if you die, buddy.
Do a blind script.
Oh, he doesn't? Okay.
No.
He's just that much of a gamer. Okay, he just
plays the video game. He's just that much of a gamer.
That's awesome. I respect it.
All right, Algo entering Thieves Town, and for this brief moment, him and Close are in the same dungeon. Meanwhile, DFS rescuing the smith, the blacksmith, who is a frog in the Dark World. I don't know. And he will be tempering his sword, which is very nice for both the Moth fight and the Cold Stare fight and the Ganon fight.
And just the rest of the game. You can technically finish the game with Master Sword, but it just saves time having Tempered Sword, so this whole little shopping trip is actually worth it.
Cola with 3 hearts. Cola also potentially frozen. Nope. Okay, all good. Will be interesting to see. He does not have that much to give here in terms of health. He'll need to pull off a fairly clean blind fight. Because blind is also a fight where if it goes wrong, it often goes very wrong. We practice the blind scripts. We don't really practice, I mean, unless you're close. We don't really practice what happens if you get off script.
Okay, at 1 heart now. A little bit dicey. Okay, there we go. We finished. And that was a really solid script.
Alright, so he's out of there.
What are we worried about in Skull Woods? Mummy Statue Room is the spawn of
Mummies.
Satan.
Yes.
So, you know, sometimes
DFS
you're able to
now
get
is
through there
coming up
pretty easy.
on the mummy room, famously called by Greenham the worst room in the game.
Looks like he doesn't get stuck mummy, unfortunately, and they're both going for him.
Oof.
I think he'll be able to, yeah, he can just make it through. Gonna be a little bit worried about the hand, but he can just slash it out of the way. Or beats the cycle. Okay, nice. Alright, we're through.
Alright. Yeah,
good.
made it through. Let's see. I'm not sure what Close did this time, Fox, but I'm also outraged.
I mean, it must have been after LSD blind. Is he doing more memes? Is he doing all the memes? I want to see him carry the bird into Misery Mire.
Oh, left dwarf. Okay, yeah. So he's pulling up some of the classic close to NMG lead memes.
What's left dwarf?
So when you temper your sword, you are able to talk to either of the dwarfs, not just the one on the right.
Oh.
So I guess close talk to the one on the left, which is slower, but it is funny. Did Algos get mitts? I sure hope not.
I don't think he did.
I never considered the fact that you don't have to get mitts to get out of here.
Concision unamused. Ooh, losing a lot of... I guess we lost a lot of health on DFS's end. So the Moth fight might be a little bit dicey. This could be Cola's chance to make a little bit of a comeback. But even with the Moth death, DFS still would be ahead. Moth is kind of a ridiculous boss because the Moth itself, not too bad. Oh, okay, yeah. Pretty good fight, honestly. But it's just the fact that there's a random conveyor moving in 4 random directions and spikes moving all over the place. It just makes the whole fight ridiculous.
Okay, I think I saw mitts. I think we're good.
We'll see if there's a problem when he's trying to collect the dwarf. The frog dwarf is his name. Ooh, uh-oh. These mummies are going to be a little bit of an issue, and then the hand, not going to be an issue. He killed a mummy, okay.
There have been a variety of disasters on all sides. But go ahead, Miowski.
He also didn't get a bottle. I don't think he got any powder even. I don't even think he got like the mushroom, frankly. I think he's been like skipping mushroom. Oh, he got the mushroom, okay.
He has a mushroom. I don't know if he always... Okay, so Cola gets the overworld fairy in Skullwoods.
Nice recognition there.
That's nice, yeah. Oh, this
that bomb's
does not
way
look
too
good.
high.
Yeah.
Okay, that's better. Actually, that's too
right,
low.
Yeah.
No, that's too low. And this one is Goldilocks. Actually, that might be too high also. There we go.
Talking to James pointed out that Cola died in the Thieves Town basement, which is not a very fast death. Yeah, looks like we are having a little bit of lag on Close's stream. Yeah, Cola died in Thieves Town basement. Close had 7 blue balls. Algorithmic had 2 Moldorm falls. And that's about the state. Oh, and DFS messed up tree poles. So nobody is having the run of their lives today. But hey, you know what? That is what races are about.
Also, for the record, Algorithmic did Blink 182 shopping. Did DFS try to go for Quick Fish? Okay.
Absolutely, he did.
He's playing balls to the wall, pedal to the metal. He wants to show off all the tricks. Yeah, but Algo did Blink 182 shopping, so he's not as far behind as it looks. He has powder, he has a bottle in that. He already has ether and ice rod, so you know, everyone else is going to be doing shopping later on. Oh, and he gets stuck, Mummy.
Very nice, Mummy Room. Uh-oh, never mind. I spoke too soon.
Yeah, that's fine. No damage. Alright, Cola taking
Cola has a fairy.
Greeted a little bit hard for the poke dash there when Moth was on the top. But, I mean, yeah, it looks like Moth has been kind of an ass. Just, you know, staying up there. Gets the kill, though.
Alright, Algo with the bomb jump here.
Nice.
Easy setup. Yep. Nice walk to the far side. Okay, right. So for safety, he mirrors out. Meanwhile, DFS just about ready to enter Ice Palace. Close not too far behind, picking up his flippers on the screen. This is on Close's side. This is Zora's Domain. Pretty technically challenging screen. Dashing through a bunch of water that has diagonals and turns and stuff is pretty difficult. You don't get the privilege of nudging on any walls. You just jump in the water. It's very fun.
Very, very optimizable screen. Close is apparently green on his timer. That's good. That's cool.
That sounds very, very reasonable. Close.
We could
easily
see Fox and PH paying up some more money for a PB.
Yeah.
More money to charity.
Oh goodness. Okay. DFS fire rodding already broken up berries or whatever they're called. He's not great, but he should still be good on Magic. Is that bomb okay? Yes. Okay, nice. I forgot about that.
I think something in his past month must have like happened there for him to just hate that screen so much that he decided to kill everything.
Yeah.
Definitely you know, he was having flashbacks in that room. Nice IPBJ.
Yeah, Close does not do the empty flute toot for whatever reason on the Ice Palace overworld. It bit him here.
Oh, did he miss a fire rod shot? Looks like it.
Yeah, he missed the one on the freeze ward.
Yeah, it looks like he should be fine as long as he doesn't use another fire rod shot. In which case, he'll have to like hope that penguins drop magic, which they generally will. Either in here or in penguin lineup room.
DFS almost gets the stair clip. Does lose a heart.
Does he get through but stub his toe, or does he
Correct,
kind of miss it? Gotcha. Okay, that's good enough in my book.
Yeah. I don't know if it saves any time, but it's not a disaster.
That's true. Yeah.
Algo taking a little bit of damage on the grid screen. It feels like it's safer to go further, like on the bridge before dashing, but it's really not. You should dash as far right as possible. It just gives the guards less time to move around and get in your way.
Plus his spear is he's right-handed, so his spear is on the, because he's facing down, his spear is on the left side.
Correct,
so
exactly.
You don't want to dash through the spear and chance of frame rule.
Pretty good cold stare fight from DFS. A little bit of a party, but very well contained, I guess.
Honestly, he's been playing really competently. I know I'm
Yes.
kind of singing his praises maybe a little too much, but you know, pretty impressed with what he's been doing.
DFS, except for the guest appearance by Rupe Fiasco, has had a very solid run. Him and Close, I would say, have both had runs that are quite good.
Close had a pretty good stair clip as well. Lost a teeny bit of time because he didn't like go straight down the stairs. He had to like walk left and then walk down the stairs. But other than that, you know, really solid stuff. I personally like stair clip.
Does Close? Oh, is Close gonna try for beam dupes here?
Oh yeah, he doesn't.
Okay.
I hope he knows he's short on magic.
He knows. I hope he knows. I think he knows. Oh no. Okay. Oh no. I'm okay.
All right. Yeah. Apparently he made.
All right. That wasn't bad. I'm actually kind of impressed.
Good on him for getting through that. It actually is technically optimal to you do a strat where you do one beam dupe just because you know, and then the other 7 shots are from the fire rod just because the fire rod's really fast. And then you do, I think it's a dash poke and then a fire rod shot and then a double spin. Saves like 10 frames over what we do. Fun fact.
Okay,
but it's
I
probably
assure
not
you
worth...
that is not what he did. But
yeah.
hey,
just you know, a little fun fact for the link to the patch nerds in the chat.
I believe Polo looks fine on magic. Needs to grab both of the pots at the end.
Algo only needs to grab one.
I'm not sure where Algo picked up another heart. Probably got one of the 50-50s on the overworld. I remember him getting deemed on the bridge.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So now Close is doing shopping, and so Close has until Algo beats Cold Stare basically to finish shopping, and then we'll have a better idea as to their relative positioning. Pola with a very clean 6/ Cold Stare.
Nice stuff. I'm
not very good at 6/ Cold Stare. That was quite good. So another, I guess, just to reiterate on the swordless bracket on the right. Close has 1 loss out of his so far 2 races. All the runners do 3 races as part of league in this round robin bracket. Close has a loss. Unfortunately, it was a loss where he had a soft lock on fake flippers that turned into a hard lock and had to do a full reset of the game.
I see.
And so his average time across his races is a good deal worse than Algorithmics. And so even with a win here, Close does not guarantee the swordless title. it would create a three-way tie, I believe, for first. And I think
between everybody, between him and
between
Algo and
him, Algo, and Centipede, I think. All tied for 2-1, and I believe either Centipede or Algorithmic will probably end up with the tiebreak. It depends on, obviously, how this goes. But yeah, Close is trying to trigger that tie. So, Algorithmic getting ready to drop into the Cold Stare fights, and Close showing us that he is, in fact, a bit ahead. Sorry, what was I trying to say? Did Close Guys run? Yes, I believe Close Guys run. That's a good question. Did he guys run? We'll see soon. I was too busy thinking about tiebreakers. I believe he did, and he's finished his shopping, and yeah, he's a good little bit ahead.
he's having a, apparently probably still green. Let me go check.
Yeah, report back.
Having a run for sure.
I'm pretty positive that he's green. He's having a quite good run. Yep, he has Ice Rod. Close isn't gonna like to hear this, but doing 3 runs in 3 weeks and each one of them getting better than the last just shows that he needs to play more. Because when he does play, he shows improvement.
DFS is also having kind of a run. So he was after Thieves, I think he was plus a minute, because of a few things, including like blue balls and tree pole fiascos. After Skull, he was plus 40 seconds, and after Ice, he was plus 11. So just kind of tearing it up on just had some momentum for a PB for sure.
Oh yeah, and Close has 7 blue balls. I forgot. So yeah, this is a hell of a run.
Wow. Okay. Great runs from both these players. I think it's probably possible for like Algo to have a really solid run as well. For like Green Cola to have a solid run as well. Definitely a lot of room for good and bad play from all players.
Speaking of, I did also remember that Algo gets Gold Sword and Silver Arrows, so we are still diverged, and he is doing Misery Mire before Swamp Palace.
So when are we going to reconverge? Is it? I guess it would probably be.
It's when we land on the mountain heading to Turtle Rock.
Okay.
Or yeah, TR entry is a really good timestamp moment. But yeah, the first time that we can really make a definitive call is when we land on the mountain after the flute to 1.
We're coming up on Argus from. Oh wow, he's going for the 0 cycle. Oh, okay, he got a few puffs in, which probably saved a little bit of time, but still really cool that he was going for it. I respect it. I think you should.
Like he should get a pretty comfy 1 cycle. Never mind.
Oh no, he got lost.
Ugh.
Okay, maybe a 2 cycle at this point. Oh, he's going for the 5
looks like
too.
Looks like an empty 2nd cycle.
Honestly, I respect him going for all these strats. I think, I don't know, you got to learn at some point.
Yes. Ooh,
oh my god,
Algo! The slug.
2 hits from the slug.
Oh no.
Well, he's got a fairy, right?
I don't know. Yes.
Yeah, he's got a fairy. Okay. Wow. Yeah, those slugs hit for a lot. It's like 4 hearts each. And then he left the magic behind. He's got to go back to the magic, I think.
I don't know if he actually has to, which is the funny thing. It's
yeah, he can get the magic later.
So yeah, he also I don't think he does spooky. Oh, now he's not. Now he's not in good shape. He's got to solve the puzzle the right way now. Yeah, he's in trouble.
Yeah, because the torches are gonna go out.
Okay. I don't know what to do here. he obviously doesn't know what to do here.
This is rough.
Yeah.
I think mirror maybe is the correct
I think
play.
it is mirror too.
Oh wait, no, maybe
he doesn't.
Can you reload the super tile and have it work?
No,
No, I don't think that works.
No, you can't. He doesn't know that.
This is rough. Yeah, this is a learning moment.
Okay, it looks like he mirrored. I looked in the future. I cheated. Yeah, so he mirrors. I don't know if anybody told him or not. Nope.
Close also going for the just attempting the hook dash strat. Got like a few puffs that way. Almost got that one. Looks like he's buzzing on people once here. Oh, nice, and he gets that. Okay, he gets the fire rod quick kill.
I guess Close is actually ahead of Bring Cola by like quite a bit at this point.
I think
Cola doesn't have an ice rod.
do some shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go for like a spin here. Just finish him off. There we go.
Yep. I'll go having to solve puzzles on the fly now. All right. I think, I was just about to say, he probably should have considered powdering the anti-fairy in the previous room. Yeah.
That's rough, yeah.
Things are kind of falling apart for Alger right now. This happens. The thing about speedrunning is that it's about, pushing into muscle memory, how to do these things, and it's to make hard things easy, right? Like that's the whole thing that we're trying to do here.
Yeah, half the battle is just keeping it together and having, a lot of solid backups and like being able to like draw on them if you are in a tough position and if you need them.
That well, or that toolbox of backups is something that comes over time, and obviously Algorithmic is a newer winner, so he's still working on that first line of defense, right? Getting the base strats pushed into muscle memory, and so the game gets very difficult when you are not able to rely on the muscle memory that you've been building. Okay.
What's getting Ether and Meyer? Is he doing gamer shopping?
Maybe? I know who we can blame if he does.
Close is now 53.9 seconds ahead of his PB as of Swamp.
That is sick.
Sick to see. We could see 2 PBs this race. Maybe even more depending on... I
don't know where Cola and DFS are.
DFS is... Oh, wow. He does Spooky from that side. Interesting. DFS is like plus 17, so definitely doable.
Definitely still in range.
Cola is like plus a minute, a minute and change.
Oh, okay. Then I don't think we're going to see 3 PBs.
If Cola games out of his mind, it kind of depends on like what endgame we're running against as well, but could be possible. But yeah, more likely, I'm guessing 1. Could be some more.
Oh man, I get so nervous when DFS menus over the mirror setting up fake powder.
Oh yeah, because if you accidentally let go of the menu to mirror, you just mirror, right, when you
Yes.
do that. Alright, it's a 1 cycle viddy. Almost a 0 cycle, but had a few too many eyeballs to clean up and had a difficult time doing that. Looks like Algo doesn't go for Spooky, which makes sense. He's newer. He hasn't really like implemented that yet. Yeah, I've seen him do this a few times before.
Meanwhile, we're going to see a somewhat unconventional Spooky setup from close in about 10 seconds.
Oh, really? Okay. Is this a meme strat or is this just? Oh, okay. So this is the like kind of rando Spooky strat, which you also see in ADRMG. Oh wow. Okay. Plus this, which I guess that makes sense. Gives you a little bit more of a window than the.
Yeah, he doesn't
dash
do the dash dust. Yep.
Alright, Alga gets most of the eyeballs, just has to clean up a few more. Looks like he's about to get a 2 cycle.
I don't know if we got Spooky. Looks like we didn't.
And just barely... Oh, menus to mirror there too. Just barely has enough arrows for Viddy. Oh, did we not get Spooky on Close's end?
I'm guessing that he didn't get it. I don't actually know what happened there.
Yeah, because it looked like the block placement was fine, because the like the ice rod shot was fine. So maybe he just missed the spike, but he has like a lot of magic there, so he could have probably tried it again.
Honestly, probably better to not try it rather than to shoot 7 fire rod shots into the spike.
Oh, you know what it is? It's that one's like really tricky to do. Spooky 2 is really tricky to do if you do it like that.
Yeah.
Because you have to shoot the guy at the bottom, and it's like a whole setup.
Right.
So I understand him
and
not wanting to go for that.
I don't know exactly why he did that. I didn't see. I don't have. Well, I'm wondering if he didn't set up Spooky on the flute into Meyer, but I'm not sure. Because usually he does, quote unquote NMG Spooky, but he just does the ice rod preservation as opposed to the boots preservation. So I don't know why he threw the Samaria block into the pit.
Okay, we're about like plus 2 minutes on Cola's end, so yeah, looking like no PB there, but he could still bring it back. Oh, what's DFS doing? Oh, I see what he tried to do. That's cool. Okay, you're a cool guy for that one. Yeah, DFS now like plus 14, has potential for a lot of time save in the next 2 splits. So could see a PB from him. This is the fire rod shot. How's this gonna work out? Are the torches gonna go out? I don't... Okay, he has just enough time. Okay. For some reason I thought that was a lot tighter than it actually was. Good save there.
So
okay, just gonna be around. That's fine.
Has landed on Death Mountain, making his way to Rock. I took a timestamp when he landed. I'll try and get an update when Algo lands. But seeing as how Algo is in more or less the front of Swamp, this is firmly Close's race to lose this point in the Swordless bracket. chomps.
Oh,
boy.
get out of the way! Okay,
Good
there we go.
goalie.
Pretty solid chomps, honestly. Good good recognition that he didn't have like a good line there.
Any chomps where you don't take 8 damage is a pretty good chomps.
Kind of dicey amount of health here. He hasn't gotten his fairy, I assume, so he has a chance in Poke 1. I don't think I saw it in Palace of Darkness or in Castle Tower, so I think he's going to get his fairy.
No, he should be safe on getting his fairy here.
Plus he can fake powder at some point. Oh, this is a tough RNG to deal with. Okay. Yeah, it just goes like a safer route there. So there's the optimal strat. You want to you poke the skull and then you double spin the pokey and then you can get a key dash on the door. But you know, takes a little safer there, as you should. So now we got a lot of health to play with on DFS's end. Doesn't hit the switch there. You should be hitting the switch there. I think it makes the crystal roller room a little bit cleaner.
Alright, close going for the optimal roller room strat. Almost getting it. Dashing a little earlier, maybe a little too far left. Mirroring out. Smart. Still down 6 hearts means that he's within grasp of getting beams back off of the fairy here. I believe his fairies are also still alive.
Good recognition on DFS's end that he could have bonked over the roller. This room's going to be a little bit weird.
I don't know what he should be doing. That was pretty good.
It's stuck here. It's stuck again. Alright.
Oh,
no!
no!
Okay, there's a way out of this. I don't know how to do it.
This is not
Oh my god, he
good.
knows? Wait.
Yeah, he knows, but it's still not free.
Oh, he almost got it! Come on, buddy, you can do it!
I don't think you can throw it right. Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, that's probably reasonable.
There is a way out of it, but I don't know it, and apparently he doesn't either. But, like, good, honest attempt there on his end.
I think you're supposed to, like, kick the block north to get out of that. I remember when I was learning that room, somebody posted a clip. I learned it, and then I decided it was cursed, and I was just going to never need to do it.
Yeah, that's kind of... I'm in the same boat. And I think there's like a really specific setup you have to do too, where you're like aligned with something or one pixel off something or something. So, you know, not really expecting him to remember that. That probably killed the PB. But he does have a minute of time save in this split anyway. And he's running against like a almost 9-minute GT, so... And he gets God Pokies there. That probably helps a little bit.
Was that God Pokies twice in a row?
I don't know what he got the first time. I kind of tuned in pretty late there.
I think it was. That is... oh my goodness. I don't think I've gotten God Pokies in the last 30 runs.
It sucked into the door there. Alright, how are we doing? Oh, wait, we're on the same screen. Wait, close caught up.
Yeah.
I just realized. Oh, they're not even racing each other. Okay, well, but
they're not.
Still,
they're not.
Know?
Yeah. Close is has a real shot at winning this whole thing. Sean, poke the stream again for us.
Yeah, I blame Canada too. Makes sense.
DFS a little bit high on the dash for the laser skip.
Keeps it safe, understandable. Lasers do 4
okay.
hearts, and then maybe you like fall in the pit. It's just a whole mess.
We missed Close's laser skip, but it looks like he got out of there without any issue. And he is now, according to the restream at least, winning the race. Crashed again, Sean, by the way. I also forget which pair of runners started 5 or 10 seconds before the other.
Let's just say that they're all like around the same time. We don't need to think about that.
Agreed. All right.
All right, pretty solid
DFS with
trinexes from both of them.
Yeah, very good front door trinex. Going to assume at this point that Close is going to figure out how to get out of the trinex room.
DFS doesn't get the double spin, but cleans it up pretty nicely. He knows how to deal with that. Alright, we got Big Bomb on Algo's side. That bomb's so big.
It is a big bomb.
Alright, so Close a little bit ahead of DFS, it looks like. A little bit further into the cutscene. DFS still solidly ahead of Cola. What happened to Cola? I feel like Cola should be a little bit further ahead than this. Did he have a mishap in TR?
I
can check his splits and see. Yeah.
The last mishap that I really remember from Cola is still the Thieves Town thing.
I guess he was further. He was a little further behind than I expected. Probably is what happened. Because it looks like he's on pace to finish Turtle Rock in like a reasonable amount of time.
Can we get a time check on Close leaving Turtle Rock?
Yeah. So, oh wow, he golded Turtle Rock.
That's kind of what I thought.
124.25 leading TR. DFS plus a minute and 12. 124.24. So DFS is actually ahead by a second.
All right. And at the moment that Aldo landed on Death Mountain, he was 8 minutes and 6 seconds behind Close. So again, you know, this is now Close's race to lose here. Just get through GT. Don't lose your mind on Ganon.
GT is also one of my favorite splits because it like so like perfectly just kind of tests all the things that you have learned throughout the game. All the light world bosses are there, but they're harder. You know, a lot of cool strats, a lot of difficult like RNG patterns to deal with in a lot of rooms. It's really solid stuff.
GT very good.
GT very good. Is it faster to beam the switch there? I always hook shot it, but is it faster to beam the switch there? I feel like it might be. Either that or it like creates extra lag, so you shouldn't do that or something.
I feel like the beam creates lag, but I haven't tested it either.
There's got to be a reason that I don't do that. Or I've just been doing it
same.
wrong this whole time. Alright, Cola now also close to entering GT, just has to trek through the overworld a little bit.
Alright, yeah, Close probably wants to powder this anti-fairy and pick up the arrows.
Not really sure what the bonk accomplishes there. Maybe another meme strat. Let's see Ice Armos.
Oh, this is not good. Okay.
It looks like this is what DFS normally does, so solid stuff for me. Oh, close.
Yeah,
it's a little bit of a party.
Okay, you know what? This is fun. This is fun.
The arc variable is not messed up.
Oh well, Close is a random main, so
Close now throwing a baby lion cub off of Pride Rock, soon to be canceled.
I don't know if Algorithmic actually preserves the fairy, but he has powder. So probably not the biggest deal, if not.
Decent mimics from DFS. Looks like Close is finishing them up as well. I think DFS must have caught up in Ice Armos. Be kind of
Yes.
zooming. If he gets a... Alright, hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
If DFS gets like an 8-minute GT, he's a minute 12 behind his PB right now. If he gets an 8-minute GT into a 2-minute Ganon, that is like... That's a 7-second PB.
Well, we just
you can
got
still do it.
fairies, so I don't know if it's going to happen.
Oh, you got
But
fairies?
Yeah. But I guess it's possible.
I guess making sure he doesn't die is probably his main priority, because he is in a race, so respect to him for getting his eyes on the prize there.
That's right.
I'd say, though, like, really solid stuff in his GT, in his gauntlet specifically.
Close just keeps on trucking. Caught up again to DFS. Close will probably try for the Samaria strat here.
I like his little setup there.
Very scientific. Oh, nice. Got two of them. So he can capitalize on this and skip the full magic in Torches 1.5. I don't know if he will. We'll see. I didn't see what DFS's Nemo 2 was like.
Yeah, I was just so like.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
But I think that Close actually probably made up some time there as well.
Yeah, DFS also kind of struggling to finish this out. Kind of low on health, but he will have the opportunity to fake powder later on, pretty soon actually. I think he should be fine.
Oh, he does. He does skip the magic in Torches 1.5. He needs to be a little bit careful here. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh. I was clenching.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
That. Yeah. So now, after all this time,
okay.
Cola solidly. Oh, Cola's on 1 heart. Does he have? He has a fairy.
Oh, what happened to DFS?
He got hit by a laser.
Oh no. Okay.
Post Torches 1. I mean, Cola is still not quite out of this. He's got.
Close gets knocked off by Moldworm 2. No. Cola is absolutely not out of this. It's.
I mean,
now...
sorry. Not like, you know, it's Cola's race to lose, but it's not like a given, is what I meant.
Oh, true.
Yeah. A little bit low on magic here. No, he has enough magic, right? Yeah, that's a fine amount of magic. He did use a lot of Fire Rod shots, but I guess it's fine. Honestly, DFS not that far behind.
See our Agatu from closest side. Got
It's
some
2 in the
Wario's
first cycle.
Woods, Dancing Toads. Unfortunate getting the blue balls on the one closest in. Okay, we got 2 there as well. It looks like we could get out of here with a 4 cycle, which is nope. It should be a 5 cycle.
Nice. Okay. Cleans it up with the 5 cycle. What time are we looking at on Close's end? Looking like, yeah, gonna be like over a minute ahead going into Ganon.
Excellent.
Running against a gold Ganon of 212, but you know, that's goldable. And unless he, I'm not gonna jinx it, but
So Close
Yeah.
usually doesn't get a 1-1. He usually gets a 2-1, or somewhere in that ballpark.
I see.
So we'll see what happens here. Starting the fight. Yeah, we will have rando bats for sure.
Closes on? I don't think so.
Yes. You don't think so?
I don't think he messed up Ice Armos bad enough for that.
Okay. So the don't forget the timer keeps going until you leave that super tile. But
I guess it might. Oh,
I guess we would have seen it on the previous one. Yeah, I think these are rando bats, right?
I guess so. I mean, maybe it's because we didn't get the 1-1. I don't know. I guess I didn't see his fight.
I didn't see the first cycle either.
It does take a while for that to really get messed up. Doing decent on warps so far.
Alright, Close entering phase 4. Cola starting the Agaton.
Ooh, gets a blue Ganon.
It's a blue Ganon? Torch glitch? Yes.
Nice.
Okay. Goes for a cheeky Silver Slash. Oh, nice.
Looks like we're getting a bunch of triples. This one...
Yeah,
he's gonna skip this one. Always gets hit by the bat, but he's fine.
And he should get a triple here to, I think, finish it off?
I need one more.
Oh, okay. My bad. Maybe a little case of nerves there. There we go. And GG's in chat for Close. The winner of our combined race tonight out of the swordless bracket.
Nice. And he PBs with a 1:35.34, 56-second PB. So, GG to Close. We are going to get... We've got Cola in Ganon right now. DFS kind of close behind in Aga 2, but it's going to take like a death from Cola probably to make this even. Algo finishing up Ganon's tower.
Well, finishing up the basement.
But yeah, well, he will be. Yeah, you're right. An Uncle Walk PB.
You love to see it.
Alright, we get Torch Glitch on Cola's side. Meanwhile, DFS popping into Ganon. Cola just needs to take it nice and slow to finish it up. Oh, we see death from DFS.
Oh,
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay, takes a hit.
Awkward timing on the relights from Cola. Kind of throwing off the triple cycles.
Yeah, it's definitely something he's got to work on at some point, but you know.
Yeah, getting the torches lit just a little early, which is hurting him a lot. But closing it out. GG's in chat for Cola, who is the winner of our Fighter Sword race tonight between DFS and Green Cola. I don't know if Close is in this Discord to join for an interview.
I can send him an invite to the Discord.
Yeah. Go for it. Okay. Thanks, Sean.
Okay. Sean's got it. All right. Looks like DFS is finishing up.
Oh, well, I also don't know if Close
Cannon
is
on his
watching
end.
the restream, so maybe somebody should toss it into the race time room or something.
Oh no, we get another death. Yeah, he's in the Ganon death loop. That's pretty rough
Death
because
loop is real.
yeah, I mean you get rando bats and then you're like, you
Yeah.
get scared and you overthink things and your mentality's shot. So definitely pretty rough.
Oh, it looks like we got Close ready to be drug in for an interview.
Nice. There he is. Congrats
Yo,
on the
GG
PB.
Close.
Hi.
Massive run. GG. Congrats on the PB. How did it feel?
Awful, but it was fun.
Always.
No, it was good. We were heating up for a second, and then I started doing my typical silly things, but I kept it together.
Well, I don't think you ever really had any, major disasters, right? Like,
Well, I tried to do that stupid thing where you save like 3.5 frames by lighting the torch through the block, and then I face dived into that whiz robe, and it left me with like 4 hearts, and then I knew that I'm not good at the spike room, so I was like, I'll die there, and then I had to get rid of Spooky.
Yeah, you did mess up Spooky, but yeah, I mean beyond that, hell of a run. Pretty big PB, right?
A minute or something. It
Yeah.
wasn't expected because I'm like, I'm not in my home zone on the SNES and whatever, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah, well, well fought. He did really well this week. If it wasn't for that hard lock on the fake flippers, I think he would have had a real shot at going undefeated here even.
True.
But fun to watch you race.
Yeah, I hope it was a good watch.
Yeah, it was a really entertaining run. I don't know if he had Algo's stream pulled up, but he fell to Moldorm in Hera, I think twice at least, and was kind of behind from there from then on. And then in Meyer, he ran out of magic on the torches puzzle and had to mirror back to the front to respawn that full magic container.
Speaking of running out of magic on torches, did you see that in GT? I didn't get the big magic, and then I lit 3 of them, and I didn't have
yeah,
because I missed.
Yeah, you missed the first one or the third one or something. Yeah. No, I commented on that. I said that because you got the Samaria kill on Lambo 2, you could skip that magic if you wanted to, and then you did, and then you missed the fire rod shot.
GG to DFS for finishing, gets a 141.14.
Yep.
So waiting on Algo. He is in Aga 2, just finishing that up. Should be like one or 2 more hits, I think.
Was I the only Uncle Walker of the 4?
No,
Cola also
Green
Uncle
Cola
walked.
also Uncle walks. So
That's
both
my
of
boy.
our winners today Uncle walked.
Coincidence? I think not.
I'll leave it to the viewer to decide.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
There's a few big things I didn't want to mess up, like Ice Palace Bomb Jump, and something else, I forget. Landmo, but that went terribly.
I mean, Lambo went about the same for everybody. It was about a 5 or 6 cycle for everybody.
Yeah, it was a party for everybody involved.
All right, algorithmic. Ganon with gold sword and silver arrows should be pretty comfy. Welcome in Cola, the winner of our fighter sword race. GG.
Oh, GG. Sorry, I had...
No problem. Yeah, good run. It was very exciting up until the very end, really. Well, I mean, all the way through the end. every runner had at least one disaster that they'd like to have back, but that is what racing is like, I guess. But how did you feel about the race?
I'm tired of dying.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was. I guess you were doing really well until that death in Thievestown, right? And then was that really sort of the like first part where things went poorly on you?
Kind of. I mean, Hera was sketchy, but at least I didn't
No.
die there.
Yeah,
Always get a fairy. Good.
yeah. Outer still has a fairy. Thankfully, it doesn't fall off there.
Just needs one more arrow in Ganon.
One more arrow. Yeah.
Gonna take some time to set this up, and yeah, it should be good.
Nice setup there.
Nice.
GG's in chat for Algorithmic. Finishing with a time of something. I don't know. 144 something.
144 something. Yeah, so close. You forced I think a three-way tie between you, Centipede, and Algo, which is really spicy, honestly.
Perfect. We're doing like a fatal 3-way or something.
I think it comes down to like average
it comes down to
completed
just
time.
like average time, I think.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah,
me,
we
yeah,
might try to screw you over, yeah, because of the
it's not good for you for sure.
the fake flippers hard lock.
Yeah, it's not good.
That's fine. I don't deserve it anyway. I've been practicing. And I shit talk NMG. But it's still a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So what you're saying is the fake flippers hard lock in your other race was karma.
Yeah, we could say that. I blamed it on me saying swimming because like I watch people swim and they like miss the whirlpool and I'm like, everyone says swimming so hard, it's the easiest thing, and it was no problem for me. And then right after I said that, I started missing it every time. So, yeah,
Never a
karma,
problem
I guess.
until it is.
Yeah.
So Cola, my understanding is that you've got a lot of experience with like other Zelda games like Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time. I'm not exactly sure to like what extent, but how does that like translate to this, and how would you say those games are like different than Link to the Past in terms of like I guess like speed running?
I'm not too sure, honestly. I honestly haven't put too much time into Majora's Mask speedruns, which is the only one I've done, speedrun wise. But and then the randomizers, you have a lot more hints compared to Link to the Past. But I don't know, my the controller having a lot less buttons is a lot easier, honestly.
I see.
2 dimensions, 3 dimensions.
We're joined by Algorithmic now. GG Algorithmic.
Algorithmic and also DFS is in here as well.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, DFS.
It's still a GG. You got credits rolling.
All right.
GG.
GG's.
Yeah.
GG's, everyone. I died at the top of GT, and that was heartbreaking.
Yeah, that was heartbreaking, DFS. DFS was ahead until the very end of GT there.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And then
I was watching the lasers, and I walked up, and I got hit right in the side of the face, and I'm like, well, that's the end of that.
You also had a pretty good run going up until I think you got trapped in prison in TR. Which there is technically a way out of, but Concision and I were watching, and we like learned it once a million years ago and forgot how to do it. So like if I was in that situation, I wouldn't have known what to do. But like,
yeah,
good
I
attempt
considered
trying to break yourself out of prison.
I considered doing the Samaria bounce, and I'm like, that's not legal here. Because you can make it like, I can't remember what it's actually called, like the lamp bounce.
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
and I'm like, I know how to do that, but I can't. That's not legal.
Would have been really funny to do that, disqualify your run, and then finish like first or something. But
check this out.
Yeah, there is technically an NMG way to do that. I don't remember. It has something to do with like your lineup with something and being 1 pixel off of something, but I don't know. It was a shitty position to be in. Definitely a learning experience. Kind of a similar boat. Algo, you ran out of magic by Meyer torches, so that was kind of a journey.
Well, I had never experienced that before because you've got the full magic refill there. But I slashed that jelly thing and it killed me, and so the magic didn't refill because my fairy revived me, and then I had no idea what to do. I tried going back to reset the super tile. I thought maybe that would bring the magic back. I ended up mirroring and then dying again before I even got back there. So Meyer was I don't even know what to say about it. It was a disaster, but I stuck with it and eventually got through it. So I never would have had to figure that out in a normal run because I just would have reset.
Yeah, it's pretty similar to the bomb under the pot in Hera Beetles, where if you mess up the bomb jump and then fall, you need to mirror out of the Hera lobby to respawn that bomb if you don't have Saha bombs. Like drops under pots don't respawn just from leaving super tiles. You like have to mirror. But Algo also, I think you fell twice from off of Moldorm in Hera.
Yeah, I had
Is that
I had
right?
a good Hera going, and then I think it was even on the last hit I fell, and then
Yeah.
that kind of rattled me because up until then I was actually doing I was green, had green
Yep.
numbers, so that rattled me, and I never really recovered. I had a few decent splits in the middle there, but it was interesting.
Yeah. I mean, Close had an absolute hell of a run. Did get a PB.
I had him
story
going on my
of
other screen, and he just crushed it.
Yeah.
Stream sniping?
So not to cut you guys off or anything, but that's exactly what I'm doing because I have a race right now.
Oh,
so thank you everybody
perfect.
for running. Thank you, Meowski.